Hey there, Tribe. Welcome to our Wednesday Live. Waiting on some of the other Smiths to get here, but we'll just kind of say hi to them as they join us. Right now, it's presents for the Tribe. Just got an order of belts in from Phoenix Abrasives. Shout out to Greg from them. And yeah, up here we've got some of the projects we're going to be playing with today. I was going to work some more on Steve Perry's sphere handle, but that created such a cloud of Ipe dust in here that was hard to see and breathe. So we'll wait for non-live streaming for that. I'll still get some video footage for you, Steve. But yeah, for today, I'm going to be working on some ring blades and some of our nano line. They're going to be good for the Ren fairs and some of the upcoming shows. So had a really great show this past weekend, so thank you to all of you who came out to see us at Out of the Barn. Katie, you did an amazing job for a showrunner there. Thank you so much for all your support. But yeah, let's get to work in the shop today. Let's go over here where regular people can't get them.
Regular people?
Yeah.
You're going to have to deal with me talking in the background if you're watching this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nobody's here yet, but, you know, we did have, what was his name, Doug Sanders, that he watched the live stream after it was posted last time. So, hi Doug, if you're watching this again.
And remember, after the live stream, if you miss it, it gets downloaded to our Facebook page, and you can go back and watch it at your leisure. So, is that idiot? Okay, single greatest consumable in the blade shop, right here. And my wife wonders why I have a hoarding problem. I gotta get every bit of life out of here that I can. Alright. So let's grab a jig.
Am I on the Tribal Edge page? Where's the live? Why are you like this? Oh, it's not you. It's my phone is struggling. I'm trying to connect to the live on my phone, and it's being a jerk. We're going to have to figure out the lighting situation with this.
Yeah, I know.
It's causing it to not figure out how to focus. Here,
Are there any options for camera adjustments with those? Yes, I'm talking as we're still live.
Well, it's okay. We're still learning, and I feel like everybody is, you know.
So this model right here, you heard it first. I'm naming Kira.
And why are we naming it Kira?
Because I did a fixed blade version of this, which I can probably show you guys later after we get going. And she liked it so much and said, "Dad, can you put a ring on it?" And I was like, "I'm leaving that one alone, daughter." But I had to put a ring on it, and I have to say this is probably one of the most comfortable ring configurations I've
Wallace
actually done
says,
so far.
hello.
Hey, Wallace, get your buns over here, young man. Alright, so I'm actually going to get this fitted on the jig, and then we'll set the angles. And these jigs were actually made by one of my good friends and fellow Smiths.
He says, okay.
Jamie.
Who else is here? Oh, I can't see. There's two, though. There's two people. One of them is not me, because I am struggle bussing right now.
So these jigs are actually pretty cool. The most tedious part about them is drilling and tapping all these little holes. And Jamie did an amazing job. But these have...
Jamie Smith?
Jamie Smith, yep.
That guy.
The one with the full head of hair.
Yeah.
Alright. I think that is pretty good.
So let's go to search. Tribal Edge. I don't want to switch accounts. I want to be on...
So what I do here is, this is actually a mirror image jig. And so I set the angle. If you look right here, this line kind of helps you determine, kind of visualize how your bevel line is going to be. I like to have it slightly lean forward or perpendicular to the edge. I don't really like it when it's back. It just looks weird to me. So I like this one. I think is pretty good where it's at. And then what we'll do is when we get to the point where we want to switch, we'll actually switch it over here. So this one will go forward and over here. You flip it edge up, And this just makes a really nice jig. We can set the angle, we can adjust it on the fly right here to get the precise angle we want. It's just been a really super handy tool to be able to use in the shop, and especially for workshops, for first time grinders. I learned freehand. I really like this, especially from a repeatable perspective, so probably way more information than you wanted. Now,
like nobody's ever heard you talk before.
hey, I'm shocked. Okay, so we're going to double check the angle here to make it as close to 90 as possible. Alright, so I'm going to have to adjust it a little bit. You can see kind of where it gets a little bit of a gap here.
At the bottom.
Yeah, so we're going to fix that. In fact, I'm still cleaning up dust from the Ipe grinding last week. It is everywhere.
Oh, that was an accident. I just flipped the camera. Whoopsies. Don't worry, we'll edit that out in post.
The B-roll will be epic. Okay, so as you can see here, now we're as flush as we can possibly be on this particular one. So get it set here, and then you take the cheater bar and get it extra tight, because otherwise...
That's the bar you beat cheaters with.
Yeah, exactly. Otherwise, this has been known to move under pressure, usually at the worst possible time. Like as if there is any other time.
Well, we are a big fan of Murphy in this house.
I would love to put Murphy as part of our torture tests. So now we just got to trust and verify. Yay! And now what we can do is, this is an angle jig that I like to use. So let's see if we can't set it up for this way this time. Alright, so 0. I'm going to slide right through past you here. So you can kind of see that 0.
0.1.
Alright, so I'm used to doing this from the other side, so bear with me here.
Still, 0.1, 0.2. Now it's 0.
Okay, and that's close to where I like to measure it, because that's where we're hitting the grinder. And so now what I'll do...
You're losing belts.
I don't have enough belts, thank you very much. Alright, so that says 92.9. We're looking for 93 plus or minus as our starting point.
92.543.
Is that 90?
92.3.
Oh shit, we're up there plugged in the wrong direction. Yep, I was.
That's 0.5.
And we're going to vary from here, but this I found is like my best starting point. Well, hey, Scotty
Trouble's
Claus.
here.
Howdy.
Hey there, Bumpa. All right.
93.1.
Okay, that's good enough for me as a starting point. Now we do this for each of the machines. When we lock down the work table, we actually use that to get the 90 degree here set as close as we can, and that way that jig will be tuned to that particular machine. It's really important during workshops that we keep the jigs with the machines they were calibrated to for that time, because you come back and you mix it up and you start getting secondary grind lines, and that's all sorts of fun. Alright. So Scott, what are you working on today? Swords?
Christmas
Swords?
magic.
Small swords? Small swords? Stabby stabs?
Don't mind me. That's neat.
Shot bourbon is upstairs if you want to grab yourself a glass.
I feel like there should be some sort of disclaimer for maybe don't drink and do shop work, but
Disclaimer to don't or do?
I mean, for legal reasons, don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, for legal reasons, I would say don't, but other than that, you know.
We're going to do this legally? The legal way?
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
it's not preferable.
okay. I guess I do.
Yeah. Fortunately, one bourbon's lasted me like 5 hours.
Well, we got 4 people. I don't know who's all here. Me and Wallace, but 2 other people. Which is 2 more people than last time. So
We're hoping Jet can make it. He said he's had his daughter trying to help him. I also sent him the instructions that you recommended.
we got to do something about this lighting.
Yeah, we might end up having to try and find a different camera too
Yeah.
for that. But we'll work with what we got for the moment. It's kind of fun to see how the last one looked on the after.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm starting out with a Phoenix Abrasive 80 grit ceramic.
Mind your way.
I'm just polishing that edge off. If you kind of look here, that's what it looked like prior. I'm just trying to get this area cleaned off a little bit.
So turn it a little bit more this
so
way.
that I can see clearly where my ricasso is going to be and make sure I'm not overrunning it a lot. Yeah, I guess we can see clearly now. Yeah. We're reaching that one instead over there? This one? Go for it. Yeah, I was just cleaning the shop yesterday. So that's... Yeah, you who helps me make it dirty.
Do I need to leave for this conversation?
Well, the live stream is young. I'm not sure what kind of trouble we're going to get into tonight.
Yeah.
You know how Santa Claus gets.
Yeah, well, you know what? At least he's not as bad as Danathan.
Not what?
You're not as bad as Danathan or Jamie, for that matter. I feel like he's the more well-natured, like the more civil one.
See?
By comparison.
I'm glad somebody thinks that.
Not civilized. That's good.
Look at that face. Look at that face. It's perfectly innocent.
All right, let's make some noise. Alright, so we're gonna pump in the ricasso here. You can see where that little notch is now.
Oh, yeah.
Alright. And thus beginneth the Kira.
There's the sparks.
It's really funny because, oh yeah, this would be a good idea.
Yeah, maybe.
It's really funny too because before heat treat, there's very, very little sparks. After heat treat, it's a freaking sparkler. Like
Isn't that they, words are hard, right? Isn't that how they test whether or not,
yeah. Whether it's a high carbon steel or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the ways that you can do is like if your tub is spark test.
Yeah.
Actually, that's something we could probably show on a post.
Yeah. You can get some real soft metals. I'm sure you can find some somewhere. Try to make an example.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Your hand's burning.
That's also why gloves are a consumable in the shop.
Wallace goes, there's always sparks with us. Sir, you should be on your way here already. I don't...
I thought you said you were on the way there, son.
Wallace. Wallace is watching the live. Let's get you some. While I still can, get some from this angle. Look at that. Oh, I can definitely see why eye protection too, because some of those are coming up around the top part.
Yeah, and this actually has this, but the other rest of them, it's just, no eyebrows or bangs if you're not wearing a ball cap.
Wallace says he's on the way. I still don't believe him, but
Tell him to shut up and drive.
Yeah, shut up and drive, Wallace.
Yeah, go ahead. You pick our handles for this when you're ready.
Ooh. I'm gonna do that for a second. Go show him the inside of the Muskoka Turner mystery box.
Yes, yes. So that's so far. You can see how that's starting to develop. I'll bring it up about another 1/8 of an inch or so.
Flip it
And-
over real quick and see. I know
and-
you can't really see, but it's flat on that side, and
Yep.
the difference between, just on the edge even,
Yep.
flat there, and then the other side's got a nice little grind on
You can
it.
also see here, maybe I'm not sure how good the lighting is, but
Yeah.
starting to meet down to that ricotta where the edge is going to end.
Yeah, just that teeny tiny little divot there.
Yep.
Jack says, I got you, Chuck, don't cut yourself. Literally no promises.
Fortunately, Kira's partner is actually a foreman. We just call him a corpseman.
Much more apropos in this house.
And they did just till the garden, so at least I'll be good fertilizer.
And we got 2 really good diggers, so
Yeah, we do. The cayenne and the wolf.
boof boof.
Yeah. Let's start hogging, shall we?
I'm gonna go look at the box of wood.
Good night to you.
I'll be back. What kind of handle material? Look at all this stuff. So we do work with John from Muskoka Turner. I can't even say it. Yeah, what is Muskoka Turner? It's Muskoka Turner wood?
Yeah, John Bryant from Muskoka Turner is my handle guy. I'm working with him for several years now. Awesome to work with. Loved everything he's done for me, and he loves it when I throw weird shit at him. Like, can you do this? He's like, I don't know, let's try. Love it.
It's a little plug-in for that guy. Yeah, no, it's really hard whenever you go on the Facebook page and you're like, oh no, these are all beautiful. I mean, I guess that's not really a problem. You got a ton of different handle material.
You need a console. I recommend that Ethan.
See if I can't find something spalted in here. And these are all the ones that are available too. If you guys do, if anybody does a workshop, these are the things that you're going to be able to pick from. I mean, we have in abundance. So we got some with pine cone, some just acrylics, ton of different stuff in here. That one's pretty. And I think there's too much in here for me to look through it right now. Most of the knives that I've made are the blue and the blue acrylic hybrid woods. Like a true knife set.
Yeah, you're gonna get just a slight lean.
Yeah.
Because look at that. I like
Yep.
that.
Yep.
You got good stability over the whole thing here, so that's awesome. One thing you might want to do is just buff that off
Wait,
so that you can
well,
see it. Yeah. You can leave that
Well,
in
then
for later. Yeah. Yeah.
do that,
Yeah. That looks good. Make sure you take a picture of it.
Oh, yeah.
What?
This is prototype.
Yep.
Well,
Oh yeah, it's really that double-edged one.
yeah.
It's
What do you recommend for the angle on that?
It's 1/8 inch. Start with 93. Yeah, start with 93. You might have to flatten it a little bit to get the height you want, but let's find out. Are you doing double edge or single edge?
Oh, you remember Jeremy from Out of the Barn? We talked to him at the end of the show.
Yeah.
The one that came over and was like, hey, he's watching too. So you want to say hi, Jeremy?
Hey, Jeremy.
I just was checking to see who's all on the live.
It was great to chat with you at the Out of the Barn. Glad you joined us.
Mm-hmm.
Have to get you to make your own chart pointing there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we flip sides.
We
We
come.
got that one right there. And now we're going to the flat side to make it look the same. I'm going to be over here now.
And I'm gonna go this way.
You can see there that we want to kind of balance that. Give myself just a little bit extra because I know I'm going to bump it back a little bit.
There you go. That's a good one.
All right. Actually, this thing is one of the reasons I stand off to the side of it. I tend to, and I teach this in my workshops, I tend to treat this a little bit more like you're firing a bow or a rifle, where you kind of sight down it, and you see how the blade is engaging with the belt and such. All sorts of different ways to do things, just gotta find the one that works best for you.
You know, in retrospect, maybe flip-flops were the wrong shoes to wear. But, well, you know, whatever. Hey!
Exactly on time.
Exactly on time. As
Just like the
always.
wizard Gandalf, right?
That's right.
A wizard is never late.
What do you got?
I got some new steel.
Nope, let me move my phone out of the way.
To go with that wood you were playing with your true oil on?
That's right. Hey, listen. My personal private area.
Yeah, private's not the word. You know, when you send it to a group chat, it's not very private. That's how we do knife safety.
You think you know how to sharpen this thing?
Right?
But you're making knives, not a letter.
Are you kidding me right now? His knife wasn't sharp enough.
That's how we open a package.
Is this-
That's it.
Oh,
Our
Doug's
Fourth of
here.
Fire event,
Doug-
you get to do it with a hammer and a anvil.
What is this?
Doug,
Still not doing it.
Doug says hi. Doug is here. Yep.
Doug, don't forget to reach
Hey,
out to
Doug.
the workshop. I'll get that scheduled so we can get you here making knives.
And you'll have to pardon the delay a little bit, guys, because
Here's another ring blade for you to ponder over, since that was one of the things you were pondering over at the show.
that's a Kira blade right there.
That's it. That was Kira.
Doug says be careful, Dan.
Careful.
Pshaw. Pshaw.
Yeah, what you got? Let's see the.
A little thinner.
Pocket check.
Pocket jack. No.
No, that's your pocket. Yeah. I think I'd go with that.
Look at that beauty.
What you working on today, Dan?
I wanted to... Knife sharpening? Well played.
Check what I did today.
Oh my. You're not going to want to do that tonight, though.
I know, I just wanted you to take a look at them. This one I'm a little worried about, and that one
So
I'm
these
a
are
little worried
Kydex,
about.
yeah? Kydex sheaths?
Kydex sheets.
This one I'd repress.
I think I'm okay on this one.
This one I'd repress too, because by the time you get that down, you're going to have less than half an inch right there.
Okay.
And the popper bits, or the eyelets are actually bigger than a quarter inch.
Okay.
But those would be really easy to repress.
Yeah. But these look.
Those look great there.
Yeah, right? Toaster oven.
Like he
Nice.
can't sharpen knives, but he can make sheaths.
Well, I'm gonna sharpen a knife tonight.
But these two, I definitely repress, and then
I'm seeing us
Yeah.
on this.
That's
Well,
mine.
they're seeing us on that.
Mm-hmm. And that's the delay.
Whoa!
Yep.
That's then. So when is now?
Now is then.
Just now.
Not
Not bad, right?
We were shut in for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
He's the well-behaved one.
Well, I know.
This one. Not over there doing whatever nonsense they're doing. Troublemakers.
Dan is definitely a troublemaker.
Oh, I'm talking about you too. You and Dan. Or
I
Dan.
resemble that.
Yeah, I know you do. I may have met you once before.
Hey, Kira, console?
Yeah?
How high would you like to see this drawing
I
go?
actually love where that's at.
Okay, because it is a thicker blade. I'm using 5/32 for this, not the 1/8 inch. So it means it's going to be a little bit heavier if I leave it there. And it'll be more of like a bushcraft grind.
I mean, you know me and my outdoor knives.
I know.
So
that's what I want to ask though.
I like it, but if you want it to be lighter, I mean...
Because I wouldn't want to go higher than 3/4 of the way.
Yeah.
But we're up just over halfway right now.
Say, I like...
And we have this much left, so I'd start adjusting the angle.
Yeah, we could go up a little bit higher.
A little bit higher?
Yeah.
Okay. How about if I go a little bit higher and get a consult again?
Okay. Look at me. I do things here too, all right?
I'll get you back in front of the grinders and up behind the camera again soon. Might be I have to run the camera one day and you do the work.
You know, we'll just have to get a stand.
These little follow me drones.
Yep. That's like my favorite part right there, all those sparks.
Yeah, I'm really happy with how this is grinding too. And
Yeah.
that's making me happy.
I like that the line is nice, yeah.
How's that going, Scott?
What you doing? Oh yeah. That's nice. And these bright lights make everybody in here look like a freaking ghost. You're practically glow in the dark.
Yeah, I know. I wish there was a better way to deal with that.
What you got there, Dan?
This is my
Yeah.
little mobile sharpening station, and my everyday needed a little sharpening today,
Yeah, buddy.
so I thought I would bring that in.
You're getting way better.
So Doug says he likes that belt grinder. Can you regulate the speed with the controller?
Yeah, so come on over here. So best practice for us in the shop is to start and then ramp it up, and then when you're done, you stop it and you ramp it back down. So normally we're running somewhere between 30 to 40%, so this is 30%. This is 40%. It'll go a lot higher, but you're running steel off so fast that a mistake can happen really quick. And the faster you go, the faster it heats up the steel.
I did not know we had helicopters.
And that's kind of a nice feature they have too, that engine brake. So yeah, all of the four main grinders that we have the same kind of speed controller, so it's really easy to learn and move from machine to machine, which is one of the things I wanted to have.
And you thought I was joking, didn't you?
I know, I came over here to sharpen the knives.
I didn't know you guys got a bourbon for me.
I'll allow it. Go
I
ahead.
can't watch out for him and do this.
How did your last drink taste?
Eyes in the back of your head. Is it worth it?
It was a final drink.
That's got to be Angel's Envy.
And it's from the refresher.
Something gross in there.
That's probably for me.
Do I hear another song coming? The final countdown?
Leanne said he wanted bourbon for his last meal.
Oh, I've had Baby Shark going through my head.
Baby shark.
Absolutely not.
Shark do 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 do, Baby Shark do do do.
You know what? You were definitely right about Dan's last meal being bourbon.
Sounds like Dan just got part of the Forge the Fire thing. That's one of the tests.
I was going to say Dan's one of the test objects. Oh yeah, you know what, Dad? While you have a second,
What's that?
you want to talk about that for a second? The Forged and Fire thing?
Oh, yeah, so this Memorial Day weekend, we're doing our own Forged and Fire inspired event. It's not really a competition so much, it's kind of a rite of passage for two of my closest friends and fellow apprentices. Scott Claus and Danathan will be partaking in an event where they have to design and build their own blade, just like we go through the rounds. And we'll be doing building building Saturday and Sunday, and then testing on Sunday. And we're going to be doing some chickens and some ribs and things like that for cutting and kill tests, since we can't really get a whole hog or a whole deer. And then Kira is going to season said kill test and then smoke it. And then on Memorial Day, we're going to have a pool party and food. So if you're in the area, feel free to stop by and come and check the day out. We're going to do live stream for the whole thing. And come and cheer them on, nag them, try and break the concentration, and generally just have a ball with the tribe. So Memorial Day weekend.
Memorial.
March 4th on Facebook.
Yeah, originally I was supposed to, but I got too much with my hands full with these. If you've ever
keep having you do more and more and more stuff.
If you've ever seen my business card on the table, it says Smith Wrangler. Yes, I do occasionally make knives.
Enough for that.
But yeah, they're a handful. You know, for 3 grown-ass men. I use that. You can't see the air quotes. Grown men.
Men don't grow up. We just grow old.
Yeah. You just get taller. So if you guys haven't seen the whole shop, this is, we're just going to follow Dan around. Now this is the entire shop. Got that's where the magic happens, right there. Out on my page.
Oh, Kira, I think we're there. Possibly.
How do I
pull this off and get your thoughts on it? Don't forget your apron.
I'd hate to have Dan catch on fire.
I wouldn't, but it wouldn't look good on live.
Probably. It is very.
Live, who knows?
It is very bright in here. So.
Oh, let's set Dan on fire for the views. It'll be great for the views.
The big dancing cloud.
All right.
So, what do you think about this?
I got a little bit of wobbly bit right there.
Okay. So
This side, that other side looks great.
This side right here?
Yeah, that side's perfect.
So I'm going to hit that, and I
Just
also think I want to bring that up just a little bit
kind
too,
of
maybe.
like an angle almost, like it went up a little bit and then came back.
Oh, yeah. No, you know what? Because I actually had to bring the tip back a little bit, so I was just focusing on that area. So, yeah, I got to draw that back in.
Steve Ferry says, I don't see a spear anywhere.
Busted!
Well, he wasn't here for the beginning of the live.
So Steve, at the beginning, I actually explained that I was going to plan on doing the spear, but when we tried to do it on the live, that Ipe created such a dust cloud that we couldn't see or breathe. But since you're on,
okay.
Yeah,
That's
I'm gonna bring it back here. This thing is down to handle size.
Back up. I can't.
Yep, sorry.
I can't see it. I want to see the whole thing first.
I feel like the handle size is almost perfect, and once I get this all smoothed out, it will actually take it down a little bit, and it will be perfect. So it's just a shade oversized right now. I wanted to get this area done first, and then I'll get the spear mounted and the counterbalance mounted, and then I'll take all this down to make it even with this. So I wanted to kind of preserve this in the flat sides yet a little bit so that I could get them dialed in and have everything else set, and then we'll get everything else pulled into the final shape, and then we'll get mounted and everything. But we're getting closer. So yeah, we are working on it. I just can't prescribe during the live because of the dust cloud. Well, you saw the picture I sent you. So
Hey!
hi there, brother.
Jack says he hasn't seen an anvil. Where's the anvil at?
Oh, the anvil?
Haven't seen the anvil yet, yeah. That's my bad. I did not know it was there. There you go.
I bring it out when I use it, and then I just put it back because it takes up a lot of space. And when we actually do more quenching in front here, since we usually actually are using this for...
Is that on?
Yeah, that was the tempering actually. Speaking of which, what's the temperature? So second cycle.
I think it says complete.
Yep. Second cycle of tempering is complete on your Jack Shetty.
Jack Shetty.
Yeah, this is the official name for
Turn
Jack.
it this way so we can actually see it in the
Jack
light.
Dawson's machete that he and I designed when I was in Memphis last year.
This is my favorite handle style, man. Like this, the way it holds your hand, it's beautiful.
And then also, saber grip.
Try it with my other hand.
Yep. So Jack Dawson and I actually designed this last time I was down there visiting him, and I'm going to be bringing it back down with me next time I go visit him. So this is all tempered. We did a double temper for hard use out in his acreage. So we are looking at kind of like you do an axe or a sword. So you'll sharpen a little more often, but it's going to go through anything you want it to.
Steve says thanks for the update.
You bet, Steve. Thank you for the challenge.
Oh, he says thanks for the challenge, Steve. And yes, he is very challenging. What? I would never. Ooh. Do that again for the camera. Do that again for the camera. So for those of you that don't know, he also teaches martial arts. And both Dan and Wallace have done martial arts with him. So it's kind of part of the fun. Like not only does he show you how to make knives, but then he shows you how to use them properly. Oh, okay. This is a PG. Okay, it's PG, gentlemen. You missed it. Dan just hopped on Wallace. It's not that kind of... The people don't need to see that. They're not ready for that yet. Yeah, Dan just hopped on Wallace. No.
It's weird to start OnlyFans soon.
Yay!
Lonely plans?
So that's, I'm doing a new Damascus.
Okay. And what
And-
kind of Damascus is that?
This is a type of raindrop Damascus called buckshot. And here's the interesting part, because I'm going to get these sides flat.
Yes, that's right, Jeremy. Look away. Look away. So actually, when we were at the Out of the Barn show this week, I had somebody ask me what Damascus was. They thought that all patterns of Damascus were just Damascus, and there was just one kind. And so I was explaining to them that there are multiple different kinds, and it's just the act of folding steel. So,
We can see...
or other metals, not necessarily
like
just
steel when it's not etched.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You just
Yep.
can't tell the difference. But yeah, it all just...
It kind of has a little bit of a.
It
You
does
can't, I
have
don't know
a
if you
little
can
bit
pick it up on the camera.
like-
A little bit of a wavy underneath
right
there, but no.
So, there's your Damascus list.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Dan. And what are you doing today?
I'm going to work on this one today.
You're just gonna do like bevel
I'm
grind.
going to bevel grind on this bad boy. I don't like the shape of it, so I'm going to reshape it a little bit, but yeah, this is the one I'm working on today.
Cool. Yeah. Can I? Beautiful.
I'm checking with you because this is kind of partly your vision. I'm more of a father-daughter thing.
I can't.
See what I mean about the weight? There you go.
I actually really like it.
Good. It's going to be a stout, beefy knife.
I was saying it'll be good for taking camping and doing like what's it called with the wood stuff. Feathering.
Yeah, it's not nice enough time.
Feathering. That's what I
If you
meant.
had a baton, you definitely could. But yeah. All right, we'll go with that. And now to... What's the thickness of that one? What's that? What's the thickness of that one? Thickness? 537.
Yeah. Careful, the fireworks show over there.
Woohoo! Yeah, dance flamboyant like that, dude. That's for the OnlyFans, man. We're gonna send our kids to such a good school. Family.
You people.
Okay, moving to 120.
Wallace's arcade in replacement today.
What's that?
Said Wallace's arcade in replacement today. Just there to
For the job of show.
stand around and look pretty. That's about it, right? I don't know if you're here, Caden, but I apologize for that.
Supposedly it's signing in today, supposedly. I hope he's able to find you and join us. That will make magazine much more fun. Alright, let's get on this side here. I like the pretty light.
Ooh, oh, that's nice. That curve's beautiful. And that's the showy one, as you can tell. Woo. Oh yeah, oh that was awesome. Nice too, nice and strong. I love it.
I'm pretty excited about that. What are you thinking about for handle?
I won't know. I was over there looking at them and I was thinking, because all of my knives that I've made have been wood or wood and acrylic, like the blue acrylic. So I was like, oh, well, even if it gets put on the table, you know, I thought it'd be cool, but I don't know. I have no idea. After this is over, I will.
Hopefully, this will be ready for handles by the end of tonight.
Yeah. Woo! Not Jonathan. Jeez Louise.
So
I see you.
the next one, the next version of this, be like that, okay? Except it's also going to have that. That could be one piece.
What? Ooh.
I remember that episode too, where the guy made it wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do anything different?
So what?
To get the curve here?
Right?
I did. That's it. Oh wow. Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah. I am very happy that I was supervised him doing that.
Hey, very Star Trek-esque. Like,
That looks great. You got that amazing.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
So part of the thing you don't understand is that the farther the point drops, the less it engages the belt when it's on the jig. So this is really difficult to keep even. A lot of times what you see is a grind that does when it's used, where it'll actually come right down to a point and then kind of arc back. So the fact that he's been able to keep that such an even grind, that goes to practice and skill, man. Nice work.
like a Klingon war blade.
Yeah.
I mean, that one.
Oh wow, it's already been 45 minutes.
So one of the things you can do is if
Pin it down a little because you're hitting the light a lot.
your hole isn't centered, you center the steel around the hole.
So what is it? We don't.
We just make smaller knives.
Yeah, we just make smaller knives.
Yeah, so that's not really a mistake.
You don't make mistakes. You just make smaller knives.
So
This one's a little off center, and I'm gonna have to take some steel off of that part.
Yeah.
Well, the rest of us may call it
Dan makes mistakes. Just Dan.
I think so.
I was thinking with how, I know that it's still relatively early and we've just started doing live. This is our second time doing live, so thanks to everybody that has popped in. This has been 45 minutes already. I feel like it flew by.
Wow, yeah.
Maybe we'll talk about this off, but maybe we can do like a longer, like either start a little bit earlier or run a little bit later.
Going later is going to be easier than just because of end of work time.
Yeah.
But I'm down for going longer, especially if people are interested and enjoying it. I'm certainly enjoying it. This is every Wednesday for us.
Yeah, this is
a lot.
Wednesdays are just shop nights here, and we usually have a bunch of people over, and then we feed everybody, and we hang out and sit by the fire and just kind of BS and.
Or is that other things going on?
I'm trying to think. I wanted to do some seating stuff tonight.
Okay.
So maybe next week we could do later. I don't know how much later, unless Wallace wants to do the camera work for me for a little bit. Because I just want to before it gets dark out.
Gotcha. Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. Wallace, you want to run the camera for a little bit?
I mean, you don't have to do it now. I'll run it for till 7:30, and then I don't know if you want to run it like an extra half hour.
Right.
Just run it to 8.
Yeah. That sounds perfect. Is everyone up on?
Jack says hi, Wallace. Jack says hi, Wallace. Say hi.
Hope you're doing well. Well done. I think I answered your question.
Okay.
I don't want to force you into it though or anything like that if you didn't want to. I didn't want to force you into it if you didn't want to stick around for an extra half hour down here, but I went and I got went to Menards and I bought a bunch more stuff that I didn't need. So I just want to get all of it, finished. So I had a problem. I got a seed problem.
Nice. Hopefully they'll be a happy accident.
That's the design of it. Yeah, they find that last mistake. That's the design. Yeah.
So Santa Claus has suddenly decided he wants to put a sledge on the back of his blade.
And what is a swedge?
Yeah.
Can I explain that?
Okay,
Explain what a swedge is.
Happened?
Oh, it was all planned. That's called a goose.
Oopsies.
Or a new design.
Yeah. Smaller blade, right?
No, it'll be the same.
Well, no. I
know.
know.
Another sled. His is smaller.
Good, I was just gonna grab the
It's all part
angle.
of the design.
He's got it. Digital angle? Huh? The angle thingy.
Ah,
You want my thing?
The angle
the angle thingy. Listen, first it's the wood. First it was the wood, then the true oil, and now it's grabbing things.
Anal blade.
90 degrees exactly.
Oh, that's better. They drive the drive.
Hey Dan, are you gonna take a picture of this one this time?
You know what? I am not.
Most of what we do down here is just give Dan a hard time, actually. Did you see when Dan got here and how he opened the box?
No, I did not.
Oh yeah, go back into the.
First thing it's a prototype, right?
He couldn't get his box open because his knife was too dull. Yeah, your box was hard.
I can make the weirdest classic conversation. And if your box is too hard, you probably temper it right.
Yeah, temper your box, Dan.
Ah! That's ugly.
And this is why most of what we do down here is give Dan a hard time. That's why. He's very pretty.
Oh, it's going to look beautiful. I think she's going to look beautiful nice here when we're all done with that.
It is real good.
Jack says that he'd like to see you working on some handles, preferably his CMZ.
Actually, I got the maker's mark back from the engravers just yesterday afternoon. And,
Shout out to Custom Engravers, by the way.
Custom Engravers, shout out to Custom Engravers, they do amazing work. And we actually are just waiting on the custom handles since Mr. Jack, he decided you didn't want pearl, you wanted the hybrid. So I've got a sapphire blue and a garnet red hybrid, similar to the Wasp, coming. So that should be delivered in the next, hopefully next week or so. But yeah, I've got you ready to go. Just waiting on handles. And I'll send you some more, adult handle material for you to bruise.
I don't like that either. Adult handle material.
So, this is the one that
I'm going to
came back
turn here
from that.
so we can get into the light.
This is one that came back with that same lot that I just got back from Custom Engravers. This is my Elvis short sword. And I love the handles on this one.
That is a beautiful blade.
So yeah.
Oh, thank you, Doug. I appreciate you saying so. That's beautiful. And now that it has a maker's mark on it, I can, oh, do that again. Do that little flippy job again. And that one I have some photos of already, right? That was the one that I took pictures of outside.
Yep. And actually, we met a guy at the Other Barn Show who does leather shoes. So I want to try and talk to him about doing another shoe to that one for the rent fair.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm trying another Kydex shoe, which I also like, but not for rent fair. Oh, hey, yeah, 120 grit. I changed the angle a little bit to 120, and you can see how it took a bunch of the meat off the edge.
Oh, yeah. So before and after.
Right. So what do you think? Is that a good height? Because after this belt, we're moving into the pre-polishing belt.
Yeah, no, that's damn near perfect.
All right.
Beautiful.
Excellent.
So yeah, that's just the basic of it. I just walk around and kind of bullshit and talk to them and post them. I'm going to keep my thing on my phone so I can keep an eye on it. But also with Mom, I tell Mom to the grill with everybody being here and food and stuff, so. Thank you, Jeremy. There we go. Again, just a flashy one over here. So what are you putting it in the water for?
So because it's already heat treated, if it gets too hot, it will take it past its temperature of where you heat treated it at for the edge retention. And you can see it gets kind of a straw-ish color. And if it gets to a dark purple, then essentially you've ruined your heat treat and you ruined your knife. You're going to make a really small knife then. So yeah, you got to dip it in the water to keep it cool so it doesn't overheat. It's a combination of the speed of the belt, the grit of the belt, and how hard you're pushing into it that generates all that heat from the friction of the belt. And you just kind of have to keep it regulated. Usually if you can feel it through your gloves, then you're at about 400 degrees, which is about tempering temperature. So that's why we dip it in the water occasionally. If you see online, some people have water systems that come down and actually they're flattened as they work. There's a lot of different systems for doing it, but that's essentially what the fundamental is that you're just keeping it cool so you don't overheat the temperature.
No.
But yeah, look at that though. Much better.
Oh yeah, much better.
Right?
Look at that, looks so beautiful.
Beautiful.
Can't wait to see you have
Take it all the way to
etched.
the spine.
Oh, dude.
Going all the way to the
I
spine.
love that. It's like a blended dislocated.
Yeah.
That looks, I like that way better than the other guy.
Yeah, and your what is it that cookery inspires me.
Oh yeah?
to do the full
Oh yeah,
presentation.
yeah, the Neo cookie?
The Neo cookery, yeah.
Nice.
So I'm gonna take this all the way back. See if I can't retain just a little bit. That's a deal
Nice,
there.
nice.
And
Can't wait to see how that comes out, right?
Jeremy said, so if it's glowing bright red, that means he's in
That's
trouble,
bad.
right?
that's bad. If the tip starts to bend that way,
Yeah,
then
you're not trying to melt the steel
you've
on your
gone
sanding
too
or
far.
sanders,
I'm,
yeah.
I'm guessing your belt's gonna fly, but you never know.
All right, Steve says his dog is hassling me to go work out. She knows what time it is, so she and I and the steer are heading out. I love the videos of Steve playing with the steers, by the way. So she and I and the steer are heading out back. Have fun.
Okay, remember which end goes into the other guy, Steve. So, Steve actually challenged me to, he was making an African spear called a Borneo lance, and it was an amazing project that I really learned a lot on. I loved it. It was a long leaf blade head on one end, it had an equal counterbalance on the other. Shaft ended up being around 48 inches, probably more like between 30 and 40 inches long, and it was a chunk of hickory that I had to cut down by hand. But it turned out to be like a 72-inch overall length spear.
And I was gonna say, for height reference, you are.
I'm 6'3", by the way.
Yeah.
And it was an amazing project. Turned out really well. And I'm actually working on one now that has Damascus blade and counterbalance and an Ipe handle shaft, which is what I tried to show on live last week. And it just completely flooded
Dusted
the room.
within a matter of minutes. The entire area here was yellow.
Yeah, I still haven't.
Post those pictures?
Yeah, I did. I actually sent them to Steve, so I have to post them. I want to send to Steve first. Right. But I'll send you some pics of how that looked, because it was literally just a cloud when I went to shake off this. It was a whoosh. But so we're not doing that during live streams. All right, back to work on the camera. Before doing the flats at 120, flats at 240.
Oh, wow. Put that back over again?
Flats at 120, 240.
Yeah, it's a huge difference.
Yep.
I'm not sure if you can tell on the thing. I don't know what the specs of the. I'm not a computer person. I just like aim it in the right direction. That's all I do.
220.
Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. It's hard. The camera keeps going in and out of focus a lot, and these lights do not do any favors at all. I don't know if you can tell how. Look at how white everybody. How whitewashed everybody. Dad is practically glowing in the dark. Both of them. Both of them just like light bulbs.
Is it too much light or is it the time of light?
A little bit of both. Is that we have so many.
After this belt, we're done with this belt, we're going right to the top plate, so we'll be polishing.
One more time?
after this dump, we're going to the Scotch place, so we'll be polishing.
Awesome.
Maybe even during the live stream.
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say that there are lots of good ideas. We definitely have ideas and thoughts.
It's stinging.
Say it hurts my teeth.
I'm gonna see if I can get it let Wallace's eye to switch. Ooh. Pretty sure Lily's screaming upstairs too.
Oh my god.
Here we go again. It's me, Wallace.
Ah! Lord!
So, 120, 240.
Beautiful, yeah. Yes, definitely good ideas, lights going on. Yes. Yes.
And always cool.
But I won't be filming that. I will not be filming the lights going off with these guys. I don't want to be here for that. Oh yeah, no, there we go. That was a perfect example. So this right here is the reason why the
So imagine that everywhere, and more so.
that sphere over there that we were looking at earlier. Yeah, that's that took a matter of just a couple of minutes, and this whole tape area was just bright yellow like that. Oh, alrighty then. All right. I'm gonna go check on my child. Are you going to just walk around? Okay. I will come back in a little bit. Okay. Feel free to get all up in their space.
Yes, ma'am.
And ask questions. I'm handing you off to Wallace for a little bit. Don't you put me on that camera.
Put it on,
Yes,
put it on.
No,
Wait.
The camera.
She feeds me, so I can't.
Trader.
I'm sorry.
I will. Nope. Did you guys let me know? Anybody need a camera?
Anybody want drinks? So you do that. Yeah.
Anybody want a beverage?
Angels Envy?
What would you like?
I don't know. I'm just afraid if I say I want something, it'd be like too bad.
No.
I love angel wings.
Okay. Is Julia? Yeah.
Yeah.
You're good? Wallace?
I'll take a neutral. I brought
neutral?
some. Yeah.
Do you have a flavor preference?
I think there's a lemonade. They're all like lemonade us.
So you don't care which one?
Yeah.
Alright.
Thank you, Kira. I love you.
Here we go. Here we go.
The second side, side number 2.
Uh-huh.
Working on matching the first side, so we'll see how well that goes.
Is this an original design?
Sort of. This design I did for a commission based on a bench bathe that the guy liked.
Hey.
And I decided to do one in Damascus as well. So this is
Technically, it kind of is.
kind of a collaboration
This is
design.
a collaboration design.
Collaboration design. Yeah.
Okay.
And that's Dennis from Ace Hardware.
Uh-huh.
So, and here's the other. I'm going to upsell him because I'm going to show him the other one and be like, by the way, I also made this in Damascus.
So what do you see this bad boy doing when it's all said and done?
I kind of just make them and other people use them, but I think that this would probably be great for like a hiker that wants something to take with them, just in case they do an overnight or something like that. It's a pretty good camper.
So once you get
Probably, I mean, it's borderline bushcrafty, right? It could be big enough for batoning and things like that. But I would say it's a pretty decent sized camper if you're a camper, and you can do some limited bushcraft with it.
What?
Yeah. So we'll check in when
Right on.
it's done with the 80 grit.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Dan.
Yeah.
Ah, yes. Checking in on Scotty. People say Scotty doesn't know, but this Scott does know.
He's very meticulous, and he has to be. Woo! Look at that line, my man. Looking real good. And you can only imagine how hot some of these blades get. So Scott's over here dipping his to cool his down, because you see that tip on there. If that thing gets too hot, we don't want that. But he's still got plenty of girth, so you won't have to worry too much about how thin the front end's going to be. Sneak back around here. Ah, yes.
I think some of it might be how you hold it. No, I think that's good. Because a little bit. But because that's ready.
Great work, Scott. Very meticulous. Love
I want
it.
it to hug your hand, right? Because that's one of the things that Kira always talks about.
Woo.
And so,
Oh, nice.
that's one of the things she likes to be able to do with her blades.
Yeah.
So.
We're a ring family here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right?
there we go. I got it now.
Right,
And,
yeah.
and hands are a little different sized.
Hey.
Yay!
I'm digging it. On to the polishing notes.
What are we polishing with, Chuck?
We got Scotch-Brite belts. This is a medium grit. I'm going to do a medium fine and then an ultra fine, which is a maroon, a blue, and then a gray.
Ooh, gray. Ooh, yeah.
So, get to break in a new Scotch-Brite belt for me.
Yay!
It's going to be a little starchy. First together. We'll hear this thing chuck for a moment. Sometimes they sound like a banshee. But one thing you have to be careful of with the Scotch-Brite they found is that because they're kind of a big squishy belt, if you push too hard and you don't have the right distance set here, it will suck it right through.
Oof. How many times have you done that, Chuck? How many accidents have you had?
How many accidents have I had? I can neither confirm nor deny. The OSHA would have a heartache, or a heart attack. Kidding, not really.
Well, I just put it in there. It hasn't any time to settle.
Okay, so come check this out.
No. Check that out first. Go ahead.
This is pre Scotch-Brite. This is one pass.
Woo.
So we do two passes.
Look at that.
And now I'm not sure how well the light will show up, but that's
Yeah, as long as you kind of like angle the
is-
knife back and forth so people
is
can
what,
there you
yeah,
go.
There you go.
that's 120 or 240 grit,
40.
and that's two passes
Holy
essentially
cow.
That's
on.
not a huge difference.
Yeah, I love
That
Scotch-Brite.
thing's bright enough to call a plane down. Checking in with Dan. And we're back.
That side.
Uh-huh.
That side.
Ah.
This side.
Bringing it up.
Usually, and I'm gonna grab some.
That's a hot one.
Your thing's over here. I just put a couple of small ice cubes in on top of it. It's over there. Right, I'm leaving again.
Yes,
Don't
ma'am.
look.
I hate you forever.
Bye.
Hey, what?
If I take away one.
I would actually. Do you like it that high? Or do you want it higher?
Oh, I like that.
Okay, if you like this, then what we're going to want to do is we're going to turn it in about 3. Go ahead.
These are neat, especially if I come back here, because I want some of that flat.
Right. In fact, if you want right now, I would actually do the flats before you go any farther.
Sure.
Because that way, the smaller you have that flat area, the harder it is to keep it flat against the belt. But so I guess what I'm asking is, if you want this height, we're going to need to start adjusting the height again as you go down the belt, because we need to bring that thickness down a bit. before, because if
And that's what I can even this out too.
yes, yeah,
I'm not worried about using that as an out.
exactly. I would definitely,
Everybody has to turn it in.
I would say turn it in about half a turn to start, and look for your secondary line. And then when your secondary line meets that one, see how you like it. Do the other side, and then we'll reevaluate. So turning like a half to 3/4 of a speed. In. Clockwise. Yep. That's going to make it angle more speed.
There we go. Yeah. For those of you that do not know,
What's that?
that for those of you that do not know, or maybe there's somebody out there who's going to see this later who doesn't, Chuck does do knife seminars, and this is the kind of expert help you get.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear.
You do your seminars in the shop.
Yep.
I'm telling this is the kind of expert
Oh,
help you
yeah,
get.
yep, absolutely. In fact, Scott and Dan both got into bladesmithing with me through seminars.
And now they're lifelong brothers of the blade.
Now they're mine. Right, Dan?
I'm Scott. Scott's yours.
It's about time you learned that.
I finally admitted it. You heard it, folks. All right, now back into the jig. One of the things I'm hoping to do in the jig here is you see how these are kind of squared off right here? The ricasso?
Yeah.
Actually, I'm pretty darn happy with that ricasso too. I'm actually going to use the Scotch-Brite to bump that back into an arc, so it's more like a V or a triangle wedge than a step.
Gotcha.
So I just one of the aesthetics I like to do. Not everyone does. It's just one of the things that are kind of unique, as it were. But this is kind of fun too if you get when you get to see this, because right now, if you look at the blade, you can see the 240 grit. Okay? And so now what we're going to do is just like one pass.
Oh, wow.
You see on that side the difference there. But yeah, I love Scotch-Brite. I do the flats of the blade first, so that when I do the bevel jig again, it'll kind of redefine that bevel grind line, which I happen to like. So,
Let's do it.
and that's why gloves are consumable. Okay, so also now look at the ricasso again. I don't know if the light's letting you do it or not, but you see the angle that I'm starting to get on that?
Yeah, see it's bumping down now.
Yep, that's what I'm trying to do here. So we'll actually kind of feather back a little bit, give a little bit more of an angle. And I really like that, and it makes it nice for the sheaths too.
That makes sense.
When it comes to pressing the tie depths.
How many sheets do you think you made until you realized bumping that down was going to make a big difference for make a difference for it?
Learning sheet making was actually kind of a trial and error thing. And I started with a couple of good YouTube videos I found that were just some amazing people that were really willing to share their methods and such. And even they said there's lots of different ways to do it. You just got to experiment a little bit. So I probably, I don't know, half a dozen, and each one was a little bit better than the previous. So just gotta get in there and do it.
Yeah.
You know? And that can be terrifying in and of itself sometimes, just trying something new. But it's fun. That's where my best growth has happened when I've been challenged.
Yeah. Well, because I remember being in the shop and you were doing leather a lot.
Oh,
You weren't
yeah.
really doing Kydex.
No, leather was what I started.
What I started doing.
I'm not great at custom leather, but I'm decent at building a durable sheet. And that's what I'm a knife maker who also provides pants. Yeah, leather is just so time consuming, and as my vision has changed and such, it's gotten harder to hand sew and see the stitching and stuff like that. So Kydex is there's a lot of benefits I really like about Kydex. And some people are hardcore leather people, and I still do sheets for them. Other people are like, I just want pants, I want to carry it. What comes with my production blades is Kydex typically. But I'll do both, but the leather is definitely something that's going to be a little bit extra because there's a lot more effort and time that goes into that. Plus with Kydex, it's like Legos for big people. You can pick and choose and attach and change so much on it. And I got myself on Amazon, really, so it's just available and easy to work with and use. Yeah, and durable.
I turned it in 3/4.
Okay.
But keep the same belt, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Now, yeah.
And see where you're, where that, follow that big grind line up to
Get
the
the
top.
line match.
Yep.
See where I'm at.
Exactly. If you want me to take a look, let me know.
Great help.
Okay, you guys see how that's changing there?
Look at that. And that's just the first one.
I know, right? Come back in on the Ricasso now.
Let's move in. There we go.
See
Look
how
at that. Yeah.
It's very different, right?
Very different. It's more pointed.
Yep.
That more of a triangle angle
And
now.
that's me and my little flowiness, right?
Yeah.
I like me some flowy Elvis stuff.
Flowy Elvis stuff.
Alright, I think we are close to running through. Yep,
Oh yeah. Secondary line.
Alright. We're about 2/3 of the way up. Take that all the way up to the other line there. Absolutely. And then switch sides and move to the other side. And then we can reevaluate and see if we need that.
And working on the flat.
I'm on 120 now.
Woo! Look at that. Mm-hmm.
Okay guys, so this is actually a great opportunity to show something. We set the initial grind for 93 degrees and this is what we got, which was really good. Okay.
Behind you. There we go. It's a little better.
Excuse me. Okay, so now, I'm not sure how well the camera will show it up, but we decided that we had to adjust the angle so that we can get this down since we want to keep that height. So we were able to twist in about 3/4 of a turn to change the angle against the belt, and now we're going to push this second grind line. So this one, the original,
I see that. So it's going to meet with the original?
yep, until we get rid of it and actually go up to the top there. And then we can, when we get that down both sides, we can then reevaluate where the edge is at and if we need to adjust it again. And all that without having to dismount the blade, which is kind of really nice.
Oh.
Alright, so
You know, I still remember being in this shop pre-jigs, before they had these jigs.
I know
The work was a bit more manual, but it never, the quality never changed, the quality increased, but the quality was never bad. You know, like it's
ease of doing the job and making it more efficient.
yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I mean, I learned old school with full forge and stones and draw files and things like that. And I love that I know how to do it, and I still keep that day doing it. But also, as I've gotten older, and all of my past sins have come back in the form of aches and pains, I really appreciate having the newer tools.
Yeah.
You know, especially like with the forging. I love knowing how to use the forge. I love having a nice oven.
Yeah.
Makes you be able to dial those qualities in even tighter.
Right.
Especially with some of the newer steels that have different needs.
Yeah.
Get the most out of them.
Is there any particular steel you enjoy working with more than others?
I am a super fan of ADCRV2, 52100. I use the 10 series, the 1084 and such in my workshops because it's so forgiving and easy to work with. Yeah, I really like the high-coated steels, and I use the ones that I can do all the processes in-house, from annealing to normalizing to heat treating to tempering. I don't have to send any of that out, and I can do it here with a PID-controlled oven, so I can get the tolerances we need to get the most out of the steel. But ADCRV is probably my favorite production blade. But that requires some time at temp that we don't really have the time for at workshops, so that's why I use the pinning board for the workshop.
That makes sense.
The blade that I'm doing right now, after this one, is ADCRV2. Kind of good all around, straight from EDCs. I can still make swords out of it. It's all in that heat treated temper, baby. Okay, so normal. This is the maroon belt, and one of the biggest changes in this is going to this one. Amazing.
Oh wow.
All right, so that was before.
Yeah.
That's one pass.
One pass.
Just
Yeah.
love it. It's just easier to do all the flags in one pass. I'd like to rough up, knurl up, and just grind up a little bit where the handle's going to cover, so that we can get some better bite on the epoxy when we use the G-Flex. It's just easier to polish it all right now. Pull this bad boy off and back in the jig, and we'll get the bevels.
Woo!
Then just one more belt, we're ready for handles.
Yeah.
Before that, sip the bourbon.
Ah, yes.
Thank you, angels. Yeah, sip if you want.
Huh?
Yeah, sip if you want.
Ah,
Go for it.
just gonna, even out. Just making sure it's not poisoned, that's all. Seems to be alright.
We are on our 220 belt for this blade, and I'm getting real close now.
Holy cow.
I'm getting real close, folks.
Are you going to be putting on handles today or no?
No, I might pick out my handles and get them to shape, but so I can put them on tonight. But I won't be able to get handles tonight. Hopefully, I'll get the bevels.
There you go. That's a good goal.
Not quite there. So make, you want that curve? Right? I don't want that. Oh, okay. So make Make a mark right there. Mark right there. You got it. You got it.
Just stop there.
Yep. And then bring it up to your level. And then switch sides.
Yay. Wow.
Okay.
So, I don't know what you want to do.
Okay, so we got 5 minutes left before we're going to be ending the cast. Thank you for hanging out with us, those of you that were able to. And we'd love some feedback on what you think of it. I'm going to be probably finishing this after the post, because I just wanted to say hi and bye to everyone. But I'm going to send Wallace around to say bye to everyone. And thank you so much for actually joining us tonight. If you have ideas of things you'd like to see in the shop, let us know. But absolutely good to see you guys. Thanks for all your support.
Thank you.
Guys, time to say goodbye.
Farewell. Avita and goodbye.
So I'm gonna get this in the X so you guys can see it before we go.
Yes.
All right.
Scott. Abracadabra, my man.
Scott, how'd your work come tonight? Come show the guys.
Yes. Woo.
So this is ADCRV2 as well, isn't it?
Let's see if we can get that. There we go. I want that angle so they can see that line. Look at that hard work this man's been
I
doing.
know, right? Looking down here. And of
this
course,
stuff-
we've decided that was planned actually last week to add a sledge on it.
Yeah, it was planned all along.
Love it.
All right, Dan's got something to show you before we sign off.
So our etching process is usually we dip it in the ferric chloride first, and then
Oh, I left mine upstairs.
overnight we dip it in the Steve.
I'll take this.
I'll
I'll take that for Dan.
Dipping it into Dan is for cleaning it. So
Well, you can toast. I'll be Dan. Wait, I'll come. I'll even come in from this
we
side.
haven't been in very long, but oh, look at that!
We love us some Damascus.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Look at that.
Give it just a little bit, Dan.
That must be a Michigan blade because that does look like Petoskey.
It does look like Petoskey,
Kinda.
doesn't it?
It's a buckshot, Alabama Damascus.
Cheers.
Been working with them for years now. They've always had an amazing product.
Wow. That is beautiful, Dan.
Very nice.
Yep.
It's going to look really good in my pocket.
Yeah.
Yes, it will. Yours for only $3,200.
So,
Is that all?
come on over here with that bourbon, Dan. So actually, I'm going to say goodbye again because I wanted to give a shout out to Phoenix Abrasives for supporting us, for Muskoka Turner, John Bryant for amazing materials. Alabama Damascus has always been there when I need them, even for the weird, really oversized ones that they don't normally do. But love working with you all.
Custom engravers.
Custom engravers also for all of the makers marks and custom art that I send their way. So, and yeah, okay. Yep, and Steve Perry, a shout out to you for your patience and your humor and sending me videos of you using my blades. Thank you so much. And Dan, shall we say goodbye to him?
You are, sir.
Cheers to another live. Come here. Okay, fine. So I'm going to do that.
Ah, there we go.
See you next week. Until then, stay bladed. Love you guys.
Stay bladed.